Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you can probably tell by the title of this is a story time on my first fight. And if you guys know me, I'm not the type of person that likes to fight. I'm not violent at all. I'm a very peaceful person, I guess. I guess sometimes you experience confrontations with people like face to face and telling each other and confronting each other, I guess, is what I'm trying to get it to. But I've never been the type of person who is violent as to I've had to physically like fight with somebody to get my point across. It's never really been that type of fighting. But this is a situation in where I lost it and I literally almost blacked out and I was gonna go for it. And it was just pretty intense, I would say, in my mind. So this happened a couple years ago. I remember it was either my freshman or my sophomore year in high school. I don't remember too well, but I do remember that it was when Obama was it was the re-election, so when Obama won for presidency. But this was at the time where they were like doing the presidential campaigns and stuff. So I had a class, and in my high school, it was kind of like a homeroom, but like a study period where we would like do debates, or we would do just like they would teach us how to balance money and stuff. I remember the topic came across as to like presidential campaigns. I always believed that my high school was a little bit of like segregated. So it was like, you had the Hispanic people hanging out with the Hispanics, the black people hung out with the black people, and the white people hung out with the white people. So it was very, not that it was always like that, but in most cases, like any other high school, you have your little groups that are just like together as a little community, because that's just how it is. And so I remember I was in the class and they were passing out like little papers or like ballots, and the debate, we were having a presidential debate as of to who you were going to vote for and whose side you were on. And at the time, I'm not sure, I don't really remember who ran against Obama, just because it's like out of my head at this moment. But it was a white guy, and then it was Obama's second term, so he was getting his second term election. I remember my class, that specific homeroom, was separated. So we had like the Hispanics on one side of the room and then the white people on the other side of the room. And I do recall, we had to like choose who we were gonna vote for and like give our point of view. So we were gonna have like a classroom debate. And I remember there was this girl. So obviously our side of the room, we were all Hispanic, and we were all like, okay, we're gonna vote for Obama. And then the other half of the class obviously was like white, because that's just the way it was divided at the time. And they were gonna vote for the other president. So then it was time for like everybody to go to the front of the class and like try to persuade each other. And I'm the type of person, I am very like, not like cultural, but I do take things that are said about me or my culture or Hispanics as an individual. I do take it very serious. Like, if anybody knows me, they know that when you talk about Hispanics, that's my weak spot. And it's just because, I mean, like I did say, I am an immigrant. I don't have my papers, I don't have my citizenship. So it's kind of like sometimes people don't necessarily see what we're going through and see our point of view, and they just simply just tell us, leave, what are you doing here? They don't really know how hard it is and how hard the process actually is to be a United States citizen. They don't know the entire process. So it's kind of like when people bring up that subject, that is my weak spot. Like, I will literally just, I can't handle anybody talking to anybody, not even just me. Like, if I see anybody else speaking to somebody or downgrading them or telling them you need to go back to your country. It's disgusting. Don't do it, because we're all human. So I remember this girl, it was her turn to go up, and she stood in front of the class, and she started, and she's like, well, I'm voting for this person. And then I think our group debated and was like, well, we're voting for Obama. And this is at the time where Obama was stating that he was going to do the Dreamers, open up that program that, you know, like allowed individuals, like illegal immigrant students, to have temporary work permits here to work in the United States, to go to school and persuade higher education. So basically that was my point, and I was simply throwing that in there and saying, okay, well, I believe that Obama should win because a lot of people would benefit from this, you know? And she had the audacity to say, well, I don't believe that we should vote for Obama because Hispanic people don't even deserve to get scholarships because they don't even speak English. And I'm sitting here like, what language am I speaking to you in? You are perfectly understanding me. I am Hispanic, so therefore everybody is entitled to any type of scholarship. Your opinion is irrelevant. And then jumping onto that, she moved on to, so then it wasn't a debate anymore against presidencies. It was more of a race thing. And then she told me, well, all you guys do is come to the country to take our jobs. And I told her, I stood up, and I was seriously about to go punch her in her face, because this was just, I'm sitting here like, are you listening to yourself? You're speaking about multiple human beings who are a little different than you, maybe have different cultural aspects, but we are all human, and I don't believe anybody should be talked to in that manner. And I simply told her, I was like, okay, we come to this country to take the jobs that nobody wants to do. I'm like, please explain to me how we're taking your jobs if the people who are out there doing landscape and picking vegetables are illegal immigrants. I don't see you working those jobs. We don't come to the United States and take office jobs. The people that come do labor work. So explain to me. And by this time, I was extremely pissed. I was literally gonna jump over the desk to hit her, because I'm the type of person, I am a peaceful person. I don't believe in any violence. But when you turn a situation, a debate, into a race thing, that's when it just gets to me. And I'm the type of person, like I stated, I don't believe anybody should be treated different because we are all human. Remember, I was so angry. I started bawling, like tears were running down my eyes because I wanted to hit her. I wanted to just pull her hair. And I remember me and her got super close to each other, like this. Like me and her were face to face. And then I remember the teacher that was there at the time pulled us away, like pulled me away. He's like, Tanya, you don't want to do this. You know, you're a great student. And it's true. I have never in my life had a physical confrontation with anybody because that's not the type of person that I am. When you're stuck in the moment, when you're in the situation where you're feeling attacked because of a race thing, and it's not just because, okay, I'm Mexican and I'm illegal, because obviously not everybody knew that. Maybe she didn't know that, you know, but the fact that I am a Mexican illegal immigrant and she said all these things, it did trigger me. She is not only speaking about me, but she is speaking about people in general, you know? It's like, I am the type of person that I like to stand up for the whole Hispanic community, the whole immigrant community. That's just the type of person I am, because I know what we go through, because I live it every single day. I understand if we were having a political debate and, you know, you want to get your points across and you want to say, you know, I want to vote for this person because of this and this, or I don't like Obama. But then for me to just bring a valid point in saying, I believe that, you know, he should win because he is trying to help not just the American citizens, but he is trying to help those immigrants that come into the country to try to make things right. We are all capable of the same thing. And you know what? I am so glad that we didn't have like a legitimate physical confrontation, because that would have looked extremely bad. I'm the type of person that has always worried about morals and values, and I've never been the type of person that believed that violence and physical confrontation fixes anything, because it doesn't. So I guess the moral of this lesson is learn to keep your calm. I don't even know. I just wanted to share with you guys one of my experiences, and it's one of many experiences, because I feel that there are a lot of us who are a minority who do experience, you know, racism or just situations in which things occur like this. And you may not all agree with me. Simply sharing my opinion and my story with you guys of a day that I almost got into a physical confrontation with somebody due to differences of cultural beliefs. Ever since then, I'm not sure if it was my freshman or sophomore year, but ever since then, me and her never spoke again in high school. We never, I guess I would have been okay with like me and her sitting down and actually, you know, fixing things or telling each other our differences or what we didn't agree on. But at the same time, a lot of people don't think that way. I'm the type of person that likes to sit down with the other person if there is an issue going on and, you know, talking things out, speaking about our differences, speaking of how we can overcome the issue. And if we don't happen to like each other, you know, okay, we both go our separate ways, but there is no tension between us. And that's just how it continued throughout all high school. Me and her never spoke again, and it was that simple. I mean, things in this life happen, and you're always going to come across people who don't have the same beliefs as you, like I did state, but you just have to learn how to overcome that. You don't need to stoop down to that level. Like, in the heat of the moment, you think a lot of things and whatever, but you do have to learn, you know, how to keep your cool and keep calm and be the bigger person, and understand that not everybody is going to think the same as you, but you have to be the bigger person in simply understanding that they don't understand you. That was just today's story time video of the day. This is my first story time ever. Sometimes I do have a lot of things that happen to me today. For a fact, I don't know what it was about today. It just simply made me remember this, and I'm like, I need to go ahead and film and make a video about this, because a couple days ago I had remembered. I'm like, dang, I remember I almost like got into a fight with somebody, but I couldn't really remember all the details. And so today I literally remembered everything, and I was like, you know what, I have to go ahead and film it. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it if you took the time out of your day to watch my video. Thank you so much. If you like watching my videos, you know what to do. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.